Sadhika.
I'm Radhika. What's the worst gift you've given to somebody, Radhika? कुछ तो बुरा दिया होगा.
यादें. Okay, Radhika.
Yes, Radhika.
Do you know what Reddit is?
Sort of.
What is sort of?
Like I know it exists, but I don't have a profile on it, and I got to know about it like 6 months ago, and I started researching on it. Like using it solely for research purpose, like 2 months ago. So that's all I know about it.
Okay. I think that if you're using it just for research purposes, you're, disregarding the might of Reddit. Because Reddit is pure entertainment value. Oh my
Really?
goodness. The kind
But
of
there's some
threads.
interesting stories there for sure. And the fact that people use it anonymously gives them the space to, write anything and everything and share their deepest, darkest secrets also.
Yes.
But itna in-depth I haven't done, but I'm sure you use it a lot for research purpose again. So I'm sure you have some tea.
I have more than just tea.
Okay.
And in fact, I have found the most interesting and thought-provoking and debate-provoking threads for us today. And today I'm going to take you through all of them. So are you ready for this Reddit deep dive with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us start. Why do women care if their husband/boyfriend watch porn?
Honestly, I don't.
You don't? In a relationship?
Yeah. So I think this is the only case where I'm okay with something and you're not. Are you?
यार मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इन जनरल लाइफ में जब सिंगल हो तब देखना चाहिए, देखना बनता है. आई मीन आई अंडरस्टैंड ऑल ऑफ दैट, इम्पोर्टेंट भी है, बट रिलेशनशिप में क्या जरूरत है? लाइक व्हाई इज इट नेसेसरी?
जरूरत तो सिंगल भी नहीं है ना.
क्यों? सिंगल जरूरत है. आत्मनिर्भर भारत.
But in a relationship, you're not necessarily living with the person all the time and you don't have access to...
फेयर पॉइंट, गुड पॉइंट. बट ये लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रिलेशनशिप वो नहीं है, क्योंकि इस भाई की प्रॉब्लम मैं पढ़ के सुनाती हूँ क्या है.
सुना.
Okay, so I recently found out that many females ended their relationship with their husbands or boyfriends because they were caught watching porn. Why do females care if their significant other watches porn? I watch porn with my girlfriend all the time and then we have sex. She knows I watch porn solo sometimes and I know she does too. Are we weird? Are we not satisfied with each other? I'm so confused. I thought this was normal.
So what is your take on it?
I just feel कि अगर लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस रिलेशनशिप नहीं है, अगर ऐसा रिलेशनशिप है जहाँ पे हो आप, मतलब लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस वैसा टाइप का है कि गुड़गांव नोएडा टाइप, so I just feel कि you have access, you have that person. How can you still have it in you to, to sort of get off looking at someone else? Like, अब तो है ना तुम्हारे पास, जब तुम्हारे पास कोई नहीं था, और imagination इतनी strong किसी की नहीं होती, right? That you can imagine yourself to an orgasm. You can't. But I think कि जब तुम्हारे पास कोई है तब क्या ज़रूरत?
Okay, so 2 thoughts on it. You may have an MK. You won't stop window shopping Gucci. 1. 2 is you may be living the most romantic love story. That does not mean you stop watching Yash Chopra movies. Right? So I, for one, ironically, don't have a problem with it. The only problem I have with it is that porn is responsible for sparking very wild desires, which may not necessarily be appropriate. So, and porn is really responsible for a lot of bad stuff that goes on, and it just provokes men in a very different way, and that is my only problem with porn. But if you're consuming the right kind of content in pornography, and you're taking it the right way, and you don't expect to replicate that exactly in your real life, I think it's good.
हाँ, आई थिंक एक्सपेक्टेशन सेटिंग तो डेफिनेटली होनी चाहिए, और क्योंकि जो लोग पॉर्न देख के एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि उनके बेडरूम में भी वैसा ही सीन होगा, सो लाइक इफ यू आर नॉट जॉनी सिंस एंड द अदर पर्सन विल नॉट बी मिया खलीफा. बट I found a very interesting comment on this. Some people feel very insecure and intimidated by the idea that their partner consumes porn. Some people go as far to say that it's cheating. That is a different POV.
Definitely. And you know what is cheating for me? Fantasizing about somebody else is cheating.
बट पॉर्न में आप लेजिट किसी और को देख रहे होते हो, तो वो फैंटेसी क्या, वो तो
as long as you're not imagining doing it with that person in your head while you're watching porn, I think it's good. Like, I'm not a consumer, but I'm aware that men watch porn and they watch porn even while they're in a relationship, and as long as he's not fantasizing about a woman, which
But how would
which
you
I think
know?
most men do. Exactly.
How
You
would
can't
you know
find out. You can't really
exactly?
find out. And I've been told that men do despite being in relationships, and it's cringe. It's absolutely cringe. But whatever, you can't find out. But I think with this, I'm okay. As long as it's not impacting the behavior of the consumer in a way that is not okay, it's good. It's all chill.
आई मीन हाँ, मैं इसको ये नहीं बोलूँगी कि चीटिंग तक नहीं लेके जाऊँगी मैं वॉचिंग पॉर्न को. आई जस्ट फील दैट वॉचिंग पॉर्न इन जनरल इज हेल्दी. आई एम ऑफ द स्कूल के अपने बारे में पता होना चाहिए. द बेस्ट वे टू सॉर्ट ऑफ अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट योर सेल्फ इज टू मैस्टरबेशन, एंड द बेस्ट स्टिमुलेंट टू मैस्टरबेट इज अनफॉर्चुनेटली पॉर्न. ऑफ कोर्स इतना मतलब टू ईच हिज ओन आई गेस, क्योंकि लोगों को तो क्या क्या
Yeah.
पसंद है. बट हाँ, चीटिंग तो नहीं बोलूँगी, बट ये ज़रूर बोलूँगी कि शायद इट वुड मेक मी पर्सनली अनकम्फर्टेबल.
As long as, I think in my case, I would be okay if it's in limit. If somebody is addicted to watching porn, then it might be an issue for me. Otherwise, I think I'm chill.
Fair enough. So I guess, dear difficult underrate top 2900, we don't think that what you're doing is abnormal or that you're weird. We just think that if it works for the two of you in a relationship, then it works.
Yeah, and I think for this guy, he's clearly mentioned that his girlfriend also watches it, and
With
they
him.
together also watch it. So if your relationship is fine, then fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, to each his own.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. What is something you see some women often get wrong about men?
I think we get a lot of stuff wrong
We get a lot
about
of stuff
men.
wrong. Yeah. Are you ready to face the facts?
Yes.
Okay. Most of them think men live infinitely easier lives than them. It just makes no sense. Like my own life, the guys I know about, even when you look at societal trends, men are not doing good at all. And then you come across hyper popular phrases like, if I had the confidence of any mediocre man in my life would be so easy.
Yeah.
Like, do you even know what a mediocre man goes through in life? No, bro, we're sorry.
So for a change, I think I agree with the man here. With this particular man, I think you're right. While I'm a feminist and I agree that women go through things that men have absolutely no idea about, and women have their own challenges that men don't ever have to worry about. But लड़कों के भी अपने challenges होते हैं, that's for sure. The kind of pressure that is on men to become successful it's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And that pressure to, we've talked about this in the male ego episode, that, men have so much pressure to always have it together, put up a strong front. And, for as much as we want to be independent women, Sadhika, let's not forget, we are independent क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं independent होना, because हमें अपनी identity चाहिए. But we always have that option of quitting. Men never have that option. Worst comes to worst, job अच्छी नहीं जा रही, business fail हो गया, मन नहीं कर रहा काम करने का, you marry somebody, you quit your job and you just chill. Of course, there are household responsibilities and everything, but men, they don't even have that option, right? They don't even have that option to even think that they can quit. They know they just have to. So I think, yes, he's right. There are definitely a lot of challenges that men face on a day-to-day basis, which women have no idea about, and we think it's easy. Obviously, you guys also don't have an idea about how difficult it is for us, but yes, we also lack.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with this guy, because I do feel that, I don't think men have the option of failing also.
They don't.
How will a man be treated in society जहाँ पे उसका काम अगर नहीं चल रहा, ठीक है? मतलब मुझे लगता है रोमांटिक रिजेक्शन तो हम लोगों ने पॉप कल्चर में ग्लोरीफाई कर दिया कि ये रिजेक्शन होती है, बट डे टू डे रिजेक्शन जो उसने बोला, जो एक मीडियोकर मैन अपनी लाइफ में झेलता है, I think that is really heavy. Like, it's a heavy burden to carry.
Yeah.
So we agree with you, bro.
Yeah.
And not easy.
One other
sure.
thing that I got to know about talking with a couple of men is that women are not able to accurately judge how men truly feel.
Okay.
Right, so somebody told me this कि लड़के जितना दिखाते हैं उससे ज़्यादा ही प्यार करते होते हैं. They just suck at showing, or if there's past baggage, then they won't show you properly. They won't ever let you get an
Because they'll
idea कि
be
उनको
scared and
actually कितना
hesitant.
फर्क पड़ता है. So you know, men try to play it very cool and easy, and of course in some cases उनको actually फर्क नहीं पड़ता. So please do not confuse your red flag dude with this, and don't convince yourself that he truly feels for you. That's a separate story. But in genuine cases, men feel more than they show, and that's what I've been told, and I think that may be true to some extent. You know, लड़कियों को अगर फर्क पड़ता है वो जाके बात करती है, वो दिखाती है, वो रोती है, and of course we exaggerate a little, but you know men don't, and I feel that वो उतना नहीं दिखाते, and you know if you think that your boy loves you here, he probably loves you here.
Well, I hope that's true.
Yeah.
And let's see what else do women get wrong about men all the time. Okay, this is interesting. Plenty of men really want to cuddle and are clingy, not in a bad way. Some are just so gentle and caring while still being that strong-led. Really, boys, do
That is
men
so-
want to cuddle?
That's so refreshing to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And refreshing to the point it's almost unbelievable. मुझे विश्वास नहीं हो रहा.
I think men are cuddly.
Yeah, really? I think fathers are cuddly, not in the wrong way. You know,
Oh God,
like
I would even say that.
generally.
My father isn't. I wish he was. But anyway, so yeah, I think few men are cuddly, and they also care about that. What's that love language? Touch. That touch. Just you know, the good touch. I think some men like it, but ज़्यादा नहीं, of course. Majority नहीं. But this is very surprising to know, and it's a good surprise.
Yes. And whoever this guy is, bro, if you're cuddly, I think this can be, you know, one of your like biggest green flag moments. Please flex.
Yes. Good
All
for your
men
girl.
should flex if they're cuddly.
Good for your girl.
Yes. Okay, so this comment is also very interesting and for us actually. Pretending they are not interested. A guy is not a mind reader. If you are interested, be upfront about it.
How is this? us
Women
getting wrong?
get it wrong, right? Women often think that men are not interested, but then the guys are interested, he's saying. But you also have to be upfront about it to us.
Yeah.
And I do agree.
I think playing games in general is very stupid, whether it's the guy who's playing it or the girl. There's no point of playing games. If you like somebody, show it. Yes, don't be too much, and don't scare the other person away. But yes, I think it's very good and healthy to show your interest. If you're interested, show it. Why not?
Yeah, I agree, but I just think that you know people have a lot of problem. लोगों को ना समझ ही नहीं आता कि वो interested हैं नहीं है, किस level तक interested हैं, सिर्फ as an option रखना है या फिर seriously consider करना है. यहीं पे तो वो पूरा का पूरा ज़्यादा you know वो Gen Z dating dilemma आ जाता है.
Honestly, I don't understand this Gen Z and their dilemmas. But I think अगर नहीं, if you're confused about whether or not you like the person, you don't like the person. And you know, this is actually a quote that if you don't know the answer
is no.
If
Yes.
you're confused about the answer is no. So if you're confused whether you like the person or not, you don't like them and just move on and save their time as well.
Yes. So I think this is a footnote for girls. They need to know that. Okay. Let's move on to the next thread. How much of an age gap do you find reasonable?
5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Kyun? Why 5? What's the 5-year theory?
So there's no math as such behind it, but ये तो पता ही है that men mature in their late 30s, that is like post 35 or something, and women, they mature in their 20s and in most cases early 20s. So there's definitely that gap. So it's always a wise decision to go for an older guy. But 2 saal is like barely anything, right? I would 100% in most cases, I think you know, I'd be more mature if I'm dating a guy who's just like 2 years older. So I think 5 years is like my sweet point because उससे ज़्यादा फिर भैया feel ना आ जाए. But I think that 5 can go up till 7 or 8, but not 10, 15, which I think would be a sweet point for you.
Yeah. So I think कि मुझे लगता है कि 15 would be an unreasonable age gap.
Okay.
Not just for me, but also for my parents or any parents in
But you
general,
know, it works
society
for a lot
wise.
of people.
15
and,
years.
हमारे से पहले वाली generation, like our parents, I know quite a few couples that have 10 years of age gap and it's worked wonderfully for them, like wonderfully.
I genuinely think, और ये चीज़ I think हमने अपने पेरेंट्स से भी सीखी है. मैं मोस्टली जितने भी मैरिड कपल्स को जानती हूँ अपने पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन वाले, राइट? चाहे वो मेरे खुद के पेरेंट्स हो या फिर मेरे चाचू चाची या फिर और भी कोई हमारे रिलेशन में हो. All of them have like a minimum age gap of 4 years.
Yeah.
So the minimum is 4. and the maximum is till 7-8 I guess, और 7-8 भी तब, उसके beyond it would be frowned upon, right, but it would be still acceptable. For me I think until 10 is reasonable.
Yeah.
क्योंकि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ऑफ कोर्स शायद लड़के बाद में मैच्योर होते हैं, शायद लड़कियां पहले मैच्योर होती है, और ऑफ कोर्स बिकॉज सब्जेक्टिव है तो कोई कभी मैच्योर होता ही नहीं है शायद, और कोई हमेशा ही मैच्योर पैदा हुआ होता है, राइट. सो ऑफ कोर्स दैट हैपेंस, बट आई जस्ट फील कि जब दो लोग सेम टाइम पे सेम जर्नीज में होते हैं ना, तो वो बैलेंस फाइंड करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है. अब एक इंसान, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं 28 हूँ और अगर मेरा पार्टनर भी 28 होगा, और हम दोनों अभी उस हसलिंग फेज में हैं जहाँ पे एवरी मिनट ऑफ एवरी डे काउंट्स, जहाँ पे हमें बस दिन रात काम करना है, पैसे छापने हैं, अपनी आइडेंटिटी बनानी है, अपना वी हैव टू लीव अ लेगेसी बिहाइंड. ऐसे में हम दोनों अपने काम को ही प्रायोरिटाइज करते रह जाएंगे और एक दूसरे को हमेशा निगलेक्ट करते रहेंगे. सो आई जस्ट फील कि कहीं ना वो सिंक नहीं बैठ पाएगा, बिकॉज एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट इन वन रिलेशनशिप एक इंसान को अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना पड़ता है, दूसरे इंसान को थोड़ा सा ओवर अचीविंग होना पड़ता है, एंड देन द सेम डायनामिक कैन शिफ्ट अमंग द टू, कि फिर ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग होने का इसका टाइम आता है और इसका ओवर अचीव करने का टाइम आता है. तो आई थिंक वो बैलेंस कहीं ना एज गैप सॉल्व कर देता है.
I do agree. So relationship has to be such that two people complete each other. Whatever is missing in me, the other person can offer, and whatever is missing in him, I can offer. So if it's stability, or if it's that wisdom that comes with age. If I'm lacking it right now, and an older guy can offer it to me, that what, don't worry, don't rush it. You'll get it together. हो जाएगा सब कुछ. Calm down. So that works. But also if two people the same age, they're hustling together and they understand why the other person is so busy, because like us, right? So I think the same thing can also work in a romantic relationship. But if I was to talk about my personal opinion, I think age gap is necessary. But you know what? Never say never.
Never say never, and you don't know how good salt and pepper looks, guys. It's a thing.
Yeah, you have a thing for it.
Okay. Is seeing a girl you're dating once a week enough for you? Why or why not?
I'm okay with it.
I think ये क्वेश्चन के बहुत सारे आंसर्स हो सकते हैं और ये बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स पे डिपेंड करता है. ठीक है, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट फैक्टर. और जो बेसिक फैक्टर्स होते हैं, पहले बेसिक्स कवर करते हैं. पहला बेसिक है कि आप किस फेज ऑफ रिलेशनशिप में हो. अपने शुरू का टाइम है तो ऑब्वियसली अंदर से वो इच्छा भी ज़्यादा करती है, ज़्यादा मिलने की, ज़्यादा बार बाहर जाने की, ज़्यादा बार फ़ोन पे बात करने की, बट चलो ये तो है फिजिकली मीट करने की. सो आई थिंक कि शुरू के टाइम पे तो you're excited bunny,
other person for sure.
मोर से भी ज़्यादा you want all of that other person, मतलब उनका सारा टाइम तुम्हारा टाइम बन जाए, ये वाली फीलिंग होती है शुरू में. तो उस टाइम पे तो once a week will not be enough, 6 times in a week will also not be enough.
Sadhika, at this age where you're working even on the weekends, right? You're working without any, like there's no 9 to 5, right? For you or for me. So in this age, at this stage of life, you really think you can meet somebody more than a week, more than once in a week?
Yeah.
So I think as this is also a factor, what phase of relationship you're in, but what phase of life you're in. That also is a very big factor. How much you have time. Like for example, back in college, I would want to meet the guy probably every day, and that was my expectation. Come meet me every day. But at this stage, if I'm in a relationship, I don't think I can make time even once a week. Even that would be difficult. But what really matters is how you can make up for the lack of frequency, like for that less frequency of meeting is quality, right? So if you're meeting somebody and half of the time you spend in getting pictures clicked, and half of the time you spend in putting up stories on Instagram, and half of the time you're just talking about what's going on around you and less about what's happening between the two of you, then that is an issue. So it's like making the most of it. That is very important, because आजकल हम सब इतना ज़्यादा फ़ोन में घुस चुके हैं ना, that quality of time बचा ही नहीं है. Even two people together are not really together.
Yeah.
And I think that really matters. So engaging in activities, going for bowling, or going on a road trip, and less music, more talk. I think that's fun, and that can solve this problem.
And I legit, so I was talking to this friend the other day, और वो अभी रिसेंटली एक रिलेशनशिप में आई है और अभी कुछ टाइम पहले वो एक काफ़ी बुरी रिलेशनशिप से बाहर निकली थी, ठीक है। तो वो मेरे को बता रही थी कि उसके उस पुराने रिलेशनशिप में उनकी डेट नाइट्स डिस्क्राइब कर रही थी वो मेरे को। और वो डेट नाइट्स ऐसी होती थी कि वो लड़का आता था एंड ही वुड लाइक टू ड्रिंक अ लॉट, तो इधर उनकी डेट नाइट होती थी कारोबार, ठीक है, हफ्ते में एक बार ही आना, कारोबार, यूर ड्रिंकिंग इन द कार, यूर टॉकिंग, यूर एंजॉइंग, यूर हैविंग फूड, यू गो बैक, बट अराउंड अल्कोहल, ठीक है। और दूसरा उनका डेट नाइट सीन होता था कि वो लोग एक नॉइजी लाउड क्लब में जाते थे, ठीक है, वहाँ पे एक टेबल लेते थे, प्रॉबेबली खाना भी नहीं ऑर्डर करते थे बिकॉज द गाय वुड लाइक टू ड्रिंक अ लॉट, सो दे वुड जस्ट ड्रिंक, नॉट बी एबल टू टॉक क्योंकि इतना लाउड म्यूजिक होता था, एंड देन द गर्ल वुड कम बैक होम एंड शी वुड not enjoy her date nights at all. Okay, cut to now, she's seeing some other guy, and now her date nights are going to a quaint cafe, going to a library cafe, right, with the guy. And she's come from a background जहाँ पे अगर वो 3 बार भी हफ्ते में उस लड़के से मिलती थी, बट ऐसे सिचुएशन में मिलती थी, ऐसे सेटअप में मिलती थी, इट वुडंट बी इनफ क्योंकि उसको वो वैलिडेशन नहीं मिल रही थी, एज अपोज टू व्हाट यू वर टॉकिंग अबाउट कि क्वालिटी ऑफ टाइम मैटर्स, कि वो उसको शायद बस एक क्वेंट लाइब्रेरी कैफे में जाके मिल रही है, राइट, और वो 2 घंटे बैठे हैं, वो बुक्स की भी बात कर रहे हैं, वो अपनी फीलिंग्स की भी बात कर रहे हैं, अपने दिन की भी बात कर रहे हैं, वो बात कर रहे हैं और विदाउट म्यूजिक वो सुनाई दे रहा है तुम्हें, सो दोस 2 hours were also enough. So I think definitely the quality of time spent also matters, and I think the third thing that हम काफ़ी बारी भूल जाते हैं और हम इतना ज़्यादा उस पर ध्यान नहीं देते शुरू में, वो होता है इमोशनल नीड. आई थिंक हर इंसान की ना कहीं एक इमोशनल नीड होती है, वो इमोशनल नीड वाला जो क्वोशंट होता है ना, कोटा होता है, वो समझना और फिर उसको उस हिसाब से पूरा करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. क्योंकि काफ़ी बारी क्या होता है कि एक इंसान अगर ज़्यादा मिलना चाह रहा है तो आप उसको बोलोगे कि यार why you being so clingy bro, या फिर why you being so clingy man, just chill. But कहीं ना कहीं they require that. वो लव लैंग्वेज सिर्फ आपकी देने के लिए नहीं होती, किसी के रिसीव करने के लिए भी होती है. सो उनको शायद वैसे ही समझ आता है, शायद उनको आपका टेक्स्ट पे, कॉल पे नहीं टाइम चाहिए, एंड दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली ओके. उनको मत भेजो दिन की 5 रील्स, राइट. बट अगर आप उनसे हर दिन जाके आधे घंटे के लिए सिर्फ एक वॉक के लिए भी मिल लोगे, मे बी इट फुलफिल्स देयर इमोशनल नीड. सो आई थिंक पार्टनर्स में एक दूसरे की इमोशनल नीड समझना भी इम्पोर्टेंट है.
Of course, that's true. And I think making it clear also, because some people do have that kind of time and some people don't. So letting the other person know what they are signing up for and what they can expect.
Yes.
Going forward is important. And if you can make the time, then yes, understanding how much the other person needs you and how much you're required for the relationship to be stable and healthy, that is also very important.
Yeah, and not bailing out on it. अगर आपने commit किया तो फिर you see through that commitment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. What do men think about open relationships? Okay, and this is from a woman. So she's written.
Okay. I understand why a woman wrote it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I am a woman who likes sex, to put it simply. I like having loads of partners, men and women and everything else. My boyfriend completely understands and we have an open relationship. I love him and would never leave him. The rest is literally just for having fun. I'm usually pretty blunt when I'm attracted to someone, as in I will ask if they want to have sex with me and explain my situation. Most say yes, but are also very confused by it. So I just want to know what the majority of people here think.
Is there any more comment? I would like to hear more.
Okay. So there's this one person who said, not judging, but personally, as a monogamous man, I find it weird. I don't share and only want to be intimate with my partner and want her to only be attracted to me.
There's a man I can agree with.
Yes, I agree.
So although there are societies and religions that allow polygamy, but I'm not in support of it. I just think that we often overlook the kind of mental impact it has on people. There was a film made on this where there's this guy who gets another wife, right? And the former wife, she's there attending, like former the purani wali. So she's there, she's attending the wedding. She has kids with him already, and the kids are also going and posing with the new couple, daddy and the new wife and all of that. And then eventually the woman ends up taking her life because it's not easy to deal with. Right, that new guy on Big Boss, I saw a reel, right? So don't watch the show, but I saw that reel where there's this guy with 2 wives, and I heard that, and a psychologist made a reel on it, in fact, कि जिसमें उससे पूछा गया होगा कि आपको ये वाली ज्यादा पसंद है, आप किसकी बात ज्यादा सुनते हो, and he said this, and then this wife, it was visible on her face how neglected and how demeaned she felt in that moment, right? And I don't think it's a good place to be, and no matter how much you say that it's just for fun, I don't understand how that works. If it works for people, good, but I for one will never be able to understand how this concept works, and I don't understand the concept of open relationships. I don't want one, I would never want to be in one, and that's that.
You know, मैं recently अभी इसके बारे में किसी से बात कर रही थी और उस इंसान ने मेरे को ये वाली चीज़ समझाने की कोशिश करी, समझाने की भी नहीं, मे बी ही वाज ट्राइंग टू गिव मी अ न्यू पर्सपेक्टिव, बट ही सेड कि बहुत लोग ये बोलते हैं कि ओपन रिलेशनशिप इज सॉर्ट ऑफ लाइक द epitome of love or understanding someone, because according to them most relationships का breakup, मतलब most relationships क्यों टूटती हैं, बहुत सारे reasons होते हैं, but एक primary reason होता है cheating, right? तो open relationship आपको permit करता है कि आप अपना primary relationship रखो, in place रखो, आप अपने primary partner को ये inform करो, ये बताओ, ये discuss करो, उनसे सलाह मशवरा करो कि ठीक है, I'll also go and fuck around, right? And so you're negating that one primary reason जिसके ऊपर relationships टूट जाते हैं, आप उसको invalidate कर रहे हो, it's like आप उसकी power ही छीन रहे हो कि you know कि cheating को उसकी औकात दिखा दी, वो वाला भी.
I understand that why it may work for people, for some people, but I don't see how it can ever work for me, because the way I look at it is, if I am in love with somebody, I don't want anybody else. I don't want to be touched by anybody else. I don't want to spend that kind of time with anybody else. I don't want to make plans with anybody else. I don't want to dress up and go on a date with anybody else. So, यार प्यार का मतलब ही तो वही होता है ना कि सब भूल जाते हैं, and you're all about that one person, and that for me is what love is, and the entire essence of a relationship lies in commitment. And that commitment is not necessarily forced upon you by the society. It is something that you voluntarily give to the other person, that tera, so that I don't understand how this works. It works for people, fine.
But a lot of people argue कि commitment तो उन्होंने अपने उस partner को ही दी होती है, वो बस उस relationship के कुछ benefits दूसरों को भी दे रहे होते हैं आगे जाके.
So yeah, I don't know, that's a very complex statement in itself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I personally would not be okay with an open relationship, and I know for a fact कि Bollywood industry में like हम सब ने Insta celebs gossip और हम सब ने Bolly blinds पढ़े हुए हैं, so I know for a fact that open relationships as a concept exists in Bollywood and maybe in other industries, camera facing industries,
and that's
it's
why
not
their
for me.
Relationships are so healthy.
Well, that is debatable.
Yeah.
In a relationship, would you choose love or security?
I think back in the day, it would have been love, but in this day and age, security.
Yeah.
I don't know, at least I am of the opinion कि प्यार थोड़ा सा कम चल जाएगा, but if you're secure and you know that this is a safe space for me and I have nothing to worry about, that peace of mind is unparalleled, and that is something that so many people crave for their entire lives. We've known couples who were in love, and we knew for a fact that the guy loved the girl, but there was no security. He would fuck around. So fucking around does not mean कि लड़का प्यार नहीं करता. Even men who go out and fuck around, they love their wives, they love the mother of their children, but they just do what they do, and there's no security in the relationship, and that is so detrimental to someone's emotional and mental health. So I think security is so important, and अगर दोनों साथ मिल जाए तो well, you're lucky, and I wish that luck upon everybody.
Yeah, then you're God's favorite child.
Yes, absolutely.
But also I think it matters कि कौन सी security की बात हो रही है, because I think this person, she writes, would you choose the partner with high salary and same vision as you towards building a wealthy family, but the need to fit the standards, or would you choose the poor partner you love and who would support you no matter what?
So they're talking about financial security.
Yes.
Oh, acha. Well, in that case, I think both are equally important.
But if you had to pick one,
I don't know, tough choice.
this one person has written, neither, I'd rather be single. I feel you.
Actually, that would be my answer. I mean, अगर आप security के लिए बिना प्यार की शादी कर लो किसी से, right? So एक तो आपका guilt, right? You just feel so bad about the person you are, right? Even if you get to live in a good house and, you know, get to be driven around in a good car and everything, and you've no bills to pay,
yeah, but
you
knowing
just
that
know
you
you have to sleep on the same bed, you have to share a room with somebody you don't care about. I think that is another sort of hell.
I
So
swear.
that is there. And सिक्योरिटी के बिना प्यार तो खत्म ही हो जाएगा.
मतलब सिक्योरिटी के बिना प्यार, पता है लाइफ बहुत ट्रैजिक हो जाएगी, और वो प्यार ना बहुत जल्दी रिजेंटमेंट और उसमें टर्न हो जाएगा.
And that also we have witnessed, right? So
it'll be like watching love die, a slow death.
So yes, I think we are with that guy there.
Yes, I'd rather be single. Yeah. और उसने नीचे लिखा है भाई ने कि I want a partner with whom I have chemistry and compatible values, who can earn decent money, who is good at communication and at being partnered. I'm not settling for less. You go, King.
Yep.
We're there with
We're
you.
with you.
Okay. Somebody's written a very interesting comment. She's written, love is security.
I hope it is.
मतलब देखो novels में तो होती है, ठीक है,
मूवीज में भी होती है सादिका.
मूवीज में भी होती है,
मूवीज में भी होती है.
हाँ, बट जहाँ नहीं होती है,
Life surprises you.
yes,
That's what we thought, right? That's
Surprise,
what they told us.
shock,
That's
yes.
what they told us.
yeah. Oh my God, this is going to be interesting. What's the worst gift you've ever gotten?
I have an answer to that. I was gifted a very expensive coffee, and I don't even drink coffee. And that person knew that. It was so funny. I didn't know how to react. I really didn't know how to react. And you know me, I have a face with subtitles, right? And I don't know how to conceal my emotions and what I'm feeling. It was on my face, but I didn't want to be insensitive. I was like, thank you.
Coffee inappropriate gift था वो.
तभी तेरे जोक्स पे कोई हंसता नहीं है सादिका मेरे अलावा.
Why not? Bhai, this joke was better than that gift that you received.
For sure. What about you? Have you been given a very bad gift?
This one time, my then boyfriend gave me a cardboard hanging. It was a cardboard जिसमें ऐसे round circle compartments बने हुए थे, and you could hang your earrings in it.
So मैं ये भूल चुकी थी. तूने मुझे बताया हुआ है, मैं भूल चुकी थी.
So it was like a jewelry
Oh my God,
case,
talk about saving money.
but not a case. It was just a cardboard with holes in it, and you could hang your jewelry, and it was really bad.
मन कैसे मान सकता है यार किसी को ये चीज देते हुए?
No,
It's like it's like a thumb rule. If you don't see yourself using it or wearing it or whatever, then you don't give it to another person, because you know I was told this very good thing by somebody, that what you give to somebody represents you more than what you feel about them. And you know, back in the day I may have given some stupid gifts, but now I'm very particular about it, that you know, only give something that you would use yourself. So
but what if he thought that you could use it? And I clearly couldn't. It was a cardboard with holes.
oh God, Sadhika, I
Well, जो भी पर्पस वो नहीं था, but हाँ, but I do agree with that philosophy कि कुछ वैसा देना चाहिए, more than that ना, which you would use से ज़्यादा something which has utility. For example, I love when a guy pampers me. Okay, every girl, every woman loves when a guy pampers her, right? We want the occasional flowers, we want the occasional food deliveries, we want occasional, you know, cupcakes sent to our place. It's very nice, it's
we
sweet.
want the occasional spa.
Yes,
booked
we
for
also
us.
want the occasional spa. But जब वो gift की जगह वो बन जाता है ना, वो एक sort of token बन जाता है कि हाँ चल ठीक है, कौन आके ये करेगा, कौन इसको एक डेट पे लेके जाएगा, कौन इसको कॉल करके इसकी पूरी बात सुनेगा, कौन इसको you know उसका ड्यू देगा उस मोमेंट में जो उसको चाहिए. So you just order something online.
See, obviously, acts of
Service.
not, this won't be exactly an act of service, but you know what, these gestures should not be a compensation
Yeah.
for the bare minimum that you're supposed to deliver in a relationship. That is there. This is obviously over and above that you do for somebody.
Yeah, so in that regard ना, I've gotten expensive flowers also, but for me they weren't the best gift. क्योंकि शायद मेरे को उस मोमेंट पे उस इंसान का टाइम चाहिए था, you know. But let's see what this person has to say. My ex-boyfriend got me a single folding chair from Walmart once for my birthday. Probably cost $5. I didn't get it. I asked him about it for days and he thought it was a completely serious gift and was really proud that he got me something so great. Somebody's ex-mother-in-law once got them a Chinese takeout menu for Christmas. It was really awkward because we went around as a family to ooh and ah as everyone opened their gifts. No one knew what to say when it was my turn.
Can I just say that I feel sorry for you both?
Yeah, and like, did you then order food and I hope your mother-in-law paid?
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way it would be a gift, right?
Yeah, imagine you're only giving the takeout menu.
खुद order कर ले, खुद पैसे दे दियो.
Have a good night.
What's the worst gift you've given to somebody, Satika? कुछ तो बुरा दिया होगा.
यादें यादें मैंने अच्छी दी है. मैंने क्या बुरा गिफ्ट किया होगा? I don't know. You go first. तूने क्या सबसे गंदी चीज़ गिफ्ट करी है कभी?
So I had this headband. ठीक है, I think वो H&M मसाबा का कोई कलेक्शन आया था क्या कभी? आया होगा ये इतना नहीं तो या वो सिर्फ मसाबा का था. But it was like a headband, a cloth headband, and I had to go attend somebody's party and बहुत short notice पे मेरे को वो party पे जाना था and I didn't have the time to go and buy something and I had to pick something from my closet and I picked that and I gave it to somebody and I think I'm very ashamed of it. Until date I'm very ashamed of it.
Plot twist. I gave you that fucking Masaba headband. I gave it to you. It was H&M X Masaba.
Oh shit, so see I remember. 2 points for memory. But bhai, after all these
Minus
years,
two.
After all these years, you think I would wear that cloth headband? Do you not know me? I've given you such crazy gifts all our lives because we're the same age, so I can't say all my life. But you know, I've given you such crazy gifts. Everything that you need and I know you need, I get you. And I ask people also to give you what I know you need. And how can you give me like a cloth headband? Of course, I had to pass it on. It was
Maybe that was the worst gift that I've given someone. A cloth Masaba headband.
Yes.
Okay, listen to this comment. My mother was a huge fan of gifting self-help books. Not ones you wanted or expressed any interest in. Once she picked out to fix what she wanted you to change. I think that's a very passive-aggressive approach to, you know, like suggest someone ki ye thoda badal lo.
True.
Very savage mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think giving books is like a very thoughtful gesture.
Yes, but
Not this, obviously, not this.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Just my mother-in-law gifted me a how to dress fashion book once.
Oh my god, that is so mean. That is so mean.
That is very bad. Yeah, what's up with mother-in-laws?
Bhai, mother-in-laws are like, you know what? वो जो movie हम देखते हैं ना, it's true. It's true because I have had men admit that their own mothers are monstrous as mothers-in-law.
Oh my goodness.
I have had men admit that to me. That you know what? I feel bad for my wife sometimes, but I can't even take her side because then my mother would be like, "Ke ghar bhi gaya, beta bhi gaya," and all of that. Like I've had men real shit. Like so true.
Oh my goodness. I think mother-in-laws need to chill. कोई बात नहीं. It's okay. आपकी अपनी life हो गई. इनकी life होने दो.
But you know, on the contrary, I've seen some very good mothers-in-law as well. In my family, I've seen some lovely ladies. Like lovely ladies. You also, you know, your cousin is married now, and you know she has a wonderful mother-in-law. Both my first cousins, they have good mothers-in-law, and they are very happy.
Yes, and they have cracked the code of giving the best gift. The best gift in the world is.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Shagan ka lifafa.
Space, Sadhika, space. At the end of the day, when you're living in somebody else's house, that you have to call your own, but you can't be so, you know, like तुम इतना अपना भी नहीं उसको बना सकते कि motherly threatened feel करने लग जाए, right? You know, it's a very complex place to be in, and there the most precious thing that somebody can give you is the space to be yourself. And to not really interfere in your life, and especially not speak in between when it's you and your husband fighting. And that's I think the biggest problem that couples face, and that's what I've been at least told.
I think Indian families में तो माँ क्या हर कोई ही बीच में आके बोलने लग जाता है. So that I agree with. How to ask for money when you've done someone a favor. I made a website on the cheap for a local store a couple of years ago and charged well under the going rate just to help out and be nice. The manager is a friend, though not particularly a close friend. Because he didn't want to employ someone to keep it up to date as a webmaster, I kind of said I'd do it to help out whenever I could. I actually enjoy doing it from time to time. I've tweaked things here and there, but it's grown into much more now, and I've just done another reasonably big update that's taken a few weeks. It's not perfect, but I've been working on it every day, few hours for weeks. He has said before, let me know if I owe you anything, but I don't know how to approach it as I've kind of done it all as an ongoing favor.
I think this is your kind of problem. You people-pleasing people have this problem. I think me being the blunt I am, because I have helped somebody out for like 6 months to build their Instagram, and now they're actually making money off of Instagram, right? And I did not charge a penny. It was we had very good relations, and I didn't really help them. I actually handled their account for 6 months, and I never asked for a penny because that was never the expectation. And but had they asked me to continue doing it, I would have had that conversation very bluntly that okay, ab tak ho gaya, good अच्छे relation में, goodwill में हो गया. But now if you're gonna ask for my service, and I can see that it started to pay you as well, and I deserve the money. It's the best. I think you want something, ask for it. That is the only rule of thumb, right?
मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि if you think you've done something और वो बहुत visible है, visibly आपने एक चीज़ करी है, एक favor किया है, या फिर favor से भी ज़्यादा किसी भी context में कोई चीज़ करी है, right? It is very obvious that you're owed that money.
See, it
so
is obvious.
you should never be put in a position where you have to ask.
I agree. दूसरे इंसान को खुद से ये realization होनी चाहिए. But अगर दूसरे इंसान को realization नहीं है, then what do you do? Either you play those games and you stop showing up and you delay their work and you give, or you work half-heartedly. But you know, that's like, those are very sly ways of dealing with it. I don't appreciate it. I think the only thing you can do is just have an honest conversation and politely ask for what you deserve.
मैं तो अपने हेयर ड्रेसर से एक ट्रिम भी ढंग से नहीं मांग पाती, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि जो उसने करके दे दिया, मैं बस रोती रोती उसी हेयर कट के साथ वापस घर आ जाती हूँ. बिकॉज फॉर मी जस्ट टू आस्क इज सो physically crippling.
And you know what? Sadly, and I say this with all due respect and love, I have met so many people like you. I know people like my first cousin. She was as good as a sister to me. If she's gone to eat in a restaurant, waiter आया, उन्होंने सामान ला दिया, but even if she needs a ketchup, right, she will hesitate in asking for it, because it's like एक चक्कर लगेगा. How I look at it is, firstly, it's their job, right, and if you want something, you're also paying for the food. Ask for it, and if you think that the person is gone too many times here and there just to serve you well, you tip them. But ask, because in this case nobody benefits, right? But yes, I think a lot of people have this problem where even when they're paying for a service, they would, and this obviously happens in service sector only, not in product, because in product you just get the product, it's right there.
Yeah.
But in service sector, a lot of people, they hesitate in asking for what they truly want, and they'll just come with whatever they get.
And I think किसी ने एक मेरे टाइप के एक इंसान ने एक आंसर लिखा है, I would write off what you've already done and put it down to experience. Well, after a point, it is no longer a choice.
Yeah.
Yes, it is what it is then. ये आपके हाथ में होता ही नहीं है. But I think, a good way to ask could be to text and not do it face to face.
I think the only thing that you should do on a text is break up. But
Oh my.
ये face to face कर सकते हो.
Or do what my father does, right? Just like whip up an invoice and get it mailed to their house. एक invoice बनाओ, उनके घर पे mail करवाओ, उनको खुद दिख जाएगा, वो खुद payment कर देंगे.
Cool shit.
Okay, next. Oh my god. The hurt is radiating. So the thread is, why can't I leave him?
I would ask myself that a few years ago.
Yes. I know he's a liar and a cheater. He treats me like crap and never takes accountability. But why can't I leave him? Before I met him, I was very confident, happy, had goals and worked out often. These days, I'm not going anywhere of those. Why can't I leave him?
Do you want to take that, Sadhika?
I would just like to say that puddle_socks, I feel you. And also, I have been you. I have been this woman who knew that she's with a guy who is no good for her. जिसको पता था कि इस रिलेशनशिप का फ्यूचर तो बाद में आएगा, प्रेजेंट भी नहीं बचा था, प्रेजेंट भी खत्म हो चुका था, तो फ्यूचर भी नहीं था. सो और उस मोमेंट पे जब आपको वो रियलाइजेशन हो जाती है कहीं ना कहीं, आप फिर भी उस डिनाइल में रहते हो, तो ऑफ कोर्स इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट एंड सो यू डोंट लीव द गाय, राइट? बट आई हैव जस्ट कम टू रियलाइज कि आप उसको तब तक नहीं छोड़ पाते हो जब तक आपको लगता है कि अभी भी थोड़ा सा स्कोप बचा है, चीज़ें टर्न हो सकती है, मैं इसको फिक्स कर सकती हूँ। सडनली इस डार्क फिल्म को मैं एक लाइक रोमांटिक कॉमेडी बना सकती हूँ, एंड टिल द टाइम यू कीप सीइंग दैट पोटेंशियल ना, तब तक आप उसको छोड़ ही नहीं पाते।
But Sadhaka, you tell me this, isn't it too sad? Isn't it too sad to know that you're already there, but you are waiting for the other person to act right? Like, why do you have to wait for somebody and give them 100 chances for them to finally start acting right? And in that process, तुम्हारा जो प्यार खत्म हुआ वो, और अपने लिए इज्जत जो खत्म हुई वो. So, in Made in Heaven, there was this one story जिसमें मृणाल ठाकुर थी.
Oh my god.
Right, and her fiance was violent.
Yeah.
Right, and she was physically abused, and she wouldn't let go of the relationship and him because she wanted to make it work.
And she came so close. She came
Yeah.
so close to ending that relationship.
एंड ऑनेस्टली मैंने कभी ना उस तरीके से सोचा नहीं है, बट वहाँ से मेरे को समझ में आया कि अच्छा, लड़कियाँ और काफ़ी सारी लड़कियाँ इस एंगल में भी सोचती है, जो मेरा कभी एंगल था नहीं, कि they just feel that they are responsible for making the relationship work, and they take the loss of the relationship a little too personally, right? उनको लगता है it's their fault, and they just feel कि somehow if they are in a relationship, the only good end that has to come out of it is taking it to marriage and then till death, right? And if the relationship if it breaks in the process, then it's their failure that they couldn't make it
Yes.
work. It is really not your job. It is a two people job, right? It's a 2-person job. 2 people come together for a relationship and they have to make it work together, right? And if the guy is not acting right, just leave him and move on. I mean, it would be great if the guy would realize and start acting right, and 2 of you can be happy together. But if he's not, then it's not worth it, right? And women really need to let go of this pressure, bhai. Us chakkar mein you just make it work, and then what happens? You get married, the same thing happens again, and then again finally you have to take that decision for yourself.
And I think कि वो initial like एक reason जिसकी वजह से लड़कियां या फिर लड़के कोई भी मूव ऑन नहीं कर पाते हैं, छोड़ नहीं पाता किसी को, वो ये भी होता है क्योंकि एक टाइम के बाद ना प्यार से ज़्यादा वो कंफर्ट होता है, और अपने कंफर्ट स्पेस को छोड़ के कहीं पे भी जाना इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बिकॉज तुम्हें लगता है कि यार वापस कौन स्टार्ट करेगा, ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा, फिर से वही सारी बातें, फिर से वही सारी कंपैटिबिलिटी, यहाँ हम ऑलरेडी पहुँच चुके हैं, यहाँ पे अगर चीज़ें फिक्स कर ली तो ऑलरेडी ये वाला चीज़ मैं कर चुकी हूँ फिगर आउट. बट आई थिंक द मोमेंट वो करेज आ जाती है ना अंदर अपने आप को, वो उस इनर्शिया से थोड़ा बियॉन्ड पुश करने के लिए, सो आई थिंक दैट इज़ व्हेन यू एक्चुअली गेट द करेज to move on.
So there's comfort, and after comfort, what I feel is attachment, and everybody knows that process from that journey from attachment to detachment is painful. It's really painful. Obviously, attachment के साथ एक sense of dependency आ जाती है, because you just become too emotionally dependent on that person, if not financially or anything else. So nobody's ready for that pain.
Yeah.
And it sucks. You'd rather be unhappy in a relationship than take that pain of finally moving on and imagining a life without that person, finally living that life without that person. So there's a lot of things, but we just say that obviously it's brighter at the end of the tunnel, right? The tunnel is dark as fuck,
Yes.
for sure, but it's definitely brighter at the end of the tunnel, so go for it.
Yeah. And किसी ने एक different concept की बात करी है इसमें. They've said that it's called a trauma bond. He did it on purpose. He's made himself the person who hurts you, but the only one who can give you comfort from the hurt at the same time. It's such a mind-numbing experience to simultaneously know someone is the reason you're in pain and that they are also the one who can stop it. You feel like his mental well-being is your responsibility. You feel like he doesn't really mean the horrible things he does because he actually loves you and he just self-sabotages. He's got a way of talking to you that gives you comfort and makes you want to believe him. I know this is hard to hear, but take it from me. You need to leave and it's going to be hard as hell. I got a friend to help me do it. She was there with me when I told her, and she's the one who helped me eventually move out. I do agree there is something called like a trauma bond.
Yeah. But like the only thing that can help you process this is you will not find peace the same place you lost it.
Yeah.
Right? So you may feel that this person is the only person who can help you feel better, but by he's the reason you're feeling this way in the first place. You will not.
एंड आई थिंक यहाँ पे ना बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट होता है डिफरेंस पता होना अपने दिमाग में सेल्फ लव और सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट का, राइट? लोग कहते हैं सेल्फ लव इज़ गोइंग टू द जिम, लोग कहते हैं सेल्फ लव इज़ ऑर्डरिंग स्किन केयर, डूइंग रिटेल थेरेपी, सेल्फ लव इज़ मेकिंग योर सेल्फ लुक प्रिटी ऑन अ सैटरडे नाइट एंड गोइंग आउट ऑन ब्रंचेज एंड गेटिंग योर नेल्स डन एंड गोइंग टू द स्पा. बट सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट is knowing when it's time to walk out of a relationship, whether it is a friendship, whether it is a romantic relationship. Self-respect is knowing that this kind of disrespect I will not entertain anymore. That this does not align with my present mindset. This does not align with my future goals. This just does not align with me as a person, as a personality altogether.
You know what? As much, of course, self-respect has a role to play in it. And अगर आपके पास self-respect है ना, तो that's enough to help you move on from something so toxic. But at the same time, I think self-love, true self-love, will lead you to do this only. We've got the concept, and
All muddled.
I blame social media for it. I blame social media, and I blame Gen Z for it. We have got the concept of self-love all wrong. Everybody is asking you to put a fucking cream on your face, right, that burns your pocket, and you're going to have an acne-free skin, and you're going to have that glow up. Nobody's asking you to eat right. Nobody's asking you to eat right. Everybody's asking you to accept your body and your I mean, if you're fat out of a disease, I understand, but that the same thing is going to lead to a lot of diseases and a lot of discomfort, right? If you're obese, nobody's asking you to actually go to the gym and at least try to lose the weight. Now we're like, everybody's like, haha, Jessio, accept karo, and the world should accept me, and I should accept me. The entire concept of this self-love, this new definition of self-love, is actually alienating us from our own people, because everybody's like, this is me, I love myself, accept me who as I am, and or just move on, or you just go to hell, right? The whole concept of improving yourself, being a better version of yourself, it's lost upon people. This is a very toxic way of defining self-love, and I don't think that self-love is. Self-love is reading good books. Self-love is being a better person, so that the people you love, you can cater to better. You can be a better person for the people you love, to be a better human being, to eat right, to go to the gym. That is true self-love. And self-love in this particular context would be, I love you, Sadhika, right? You're my best friend and I truly love you. If you were in a toxic relationship, wouldn't I ask you to leave the guy?
Of course.
Right? So if I love myself, then how would I allow myself to stay in a relationship like that? So, I think we need to question what we are calling self-love.
I agree. कि सेल्फ लव के नाम पे हमने ना बहुत ज़्यादा कमर्शलाइज कर दिया है इसको, बहुत ज़्यादा कमोडिटी से अटैच कर दिया इस कॉन्सेप्ट को, एंड इट रियली मीन्स जस्ट गिविंग योर सेल्फ द लव एंड केयर दैट वी सीक फ्रॉम द आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड. Yeah. Okay, and that was it in today's wild episode with Redditors. Radhika, how was your experience?
It was very interesting. Got to know some new stuff, and maybe we should do this again.
Yes, we should definitely do this again, and we'd love to know more wild stuff and wild theories from you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave links of threads that you want us to tackle in the next episode, and we'll definitely take them up.